After Warner Bros.' attempt to reboot the Tarzan franchise fell flat, now it looks like Christopher Nolan might take a swing at it next. With Sony Pictures recently scoring the film rights to Tarzan in a deal with Edgar Rice Burroughs' estate, there's plenty of buzz around what's coming. So, here's everything we know so far. Let's dive in. Tarzan's tale has been reimagined countless times for film and TV, starting way back with the silent Tarzan of the Apes in 1918 and famously leading to Disney's beloved animated version in 1999. Warner Bros. Was the last major studio to take a crack at modernizing the franchise, tapping Harry Potter director David Yates to helm The Legend of Tarzan in 2016. Despite a stellar cast that included Alexander Skarsgård, Margot Robbie, Christoph Waltz, and Samuel L. Jackson, the movie flopped, losing the studio around $40 million and getting roasted by critics. Hopes for a sequel quickly fizzled after its disappointing release. Now Sony Pictures is stepping up, having secured the rights from Edgar Rice Burroughs' estate with plans for a total reinvention of the iconic jungle hero. Currently, the project doesn't have a screenwriter or director attached, but it's clear that Sony wants to start fresh. Modernizing Tarzan won't be easy. He was created in a time with very different and often problematic views on race, gender, and colonialism. While Yates made some effort to address these issues, The Legend of Tarzan still leaned heavily into outdated white savior tropes. Sony's challenge will be finding a way to respect the character's legacy while making him relevant and resonant for today's audiences. Updating Tarzan for a modern world requires sensitivity, creativity, and a deep understanding of the cultural shifts that have happened since his first appearance. Let's hope they can pull it off and bring Tarzan swinging into the 21st century. The new Tarzan reboot is still in its infancy. There's no writer, director, or producer attached yet. Sony is aiming for a total reinvention of the character, who first swung onto the scene in 1912 and became a pop culture staple, especially in the 1940s. Over the years, Tarzan has been reimagined in countless ways, from Johnny Weissmuller's legendary portrayal to Disney's animated classic. What makes this reboot particularly intriguing is the chance to dive into deeper themes, like Tarzan's struggle with identity and the tension between his wild upbringing and human society. These ideas have evolved with the times, making them perfect for a fresh, modern perspective. A visionary director could really set this adaptation apart from the action-adventure versions we've seen before. Fans have been throwing names into the mix, and Christopher Nolan keeps coming up as a dream pick. Known for his thought-provoking storytelling and visual brilliance, Nolan could offer a unique spin on Tarzan's journey, exploring his dual heritage, identity crises, and even colonial themes in a way no Tarzan movie has tackled before. Imagine Nolan's signature style transforming Tarzan into a deeply emotional, visually stunning epic. On the Nolan front, he's already busy with a mysterious new project slated for release on July 17, 2026, with Universal. Robert Pattinson is set to reunite with Nolan alongside a star-studded cast featuring Matt Damon, Tom Holland, Anne Hathaway, Lupita Nyong'o, and Zendaya. While the plot is being kept under wraps, rumors range from a vampire period thriller to a high-octane helicopter flick. Production is set to kick off in early 2025, with Nolan and Emma Thomas producing under the Syncope banner. Meanwhile, Pattinson's dance card is filling up with his return as Batman in Matt Reeves' sequel. Could Nolan's secret project overshadow Pattinson's Bat revival? Guess we'll have to wait and see. Let's talk about why there's so much buzz around the possibility of Henry Cavill stepping into the role of Tarzan in the upcoming reboot. Sony Pictures has taken over the Tarzan franchise after Warner Bros.' attempt to revitalize it flopped. For anyone who doesn't know, Tarzan is about a young British nobleman who ends up stranded in Angola and is raised by a tribe of great apes in the African jungle. This story has been retold many times, dating all the way back to the 1918 silent film and even Disney's iconic 1999 animated version. Warner Bros. Gave it a shot in 2016 with The Legend of Tarzan. The movie starred Alexander Skarsgård and stacked a cast including Margot Robbie, Christoph Waltz, and Samuel L. Jackson. Despite grossing $350 million worldwide, it lost the studio around $40 million and received harsh reviews, so any sequel plans were quickly scrapped. Now, with Sony picking up the reins, the talk of Henry Cavill playing Tarzan is sparking a lot of excitement. Cavill, with his impressive physicality, charisma, and depth, could be a game-changer for the character. He's already proven his acting chops in Man of Steel, The Witcher, and Mission Impossible Fallout. His version of Tarzan could strike the perfect balance between the wild, primal side of the character and a more modern, sophisticated take that would make him feel relatable today. Cavill's star power would definitely help pull in a broader audience. Fans from his time in the DC Universe and The Witcher would likely flock to theaters, giving the film an instant boost at the box office. Plus, Cavill's ability to bring emotional depth and authenticity to his roles could help make Tarzan's journey feel fresh and meaningful. Imagine a Tarzan who is just as adept at navigating the jungle as he is dealing with human society, with a story that also touches on relevant themes like conservation and environmentalism. That could really hit home with modern audiences. And here's the kicker, there's buzz that Tom Holland might also be involved in this reboot. If both Cavill and Holland come together for this project, it could inject fresh energy into the franchise, appealing to both die-hard fans and newcomers. Talk about a powerhouse duo. On the flip side, Scarlett Johansson could be a stellar pick for Jane Porter. With her impressive range and natural charisma, Johansson has the depth to bring Jane's intelligence, bravery, and emotional complexity to life. Jane isn't just a side character in Tarzan, she's Tarzan's equal, often serving as the link between his wild jungle upbringing and the world of civilization. Johansson's ability to mix strength with vulnerability, as seen in Marriage Story and Black Widow, makes her a perfect fit for a modern interpretation of Jane. What's interesting is that Johansson is also set to star in Jurassic World Rebirth, which could actually serve as a great prep for her role as Jane. Both Jurassic World and Tarzan dive into themes of survival and humanity's relationship with nature, so Johansson's experience in high-stakes, action-heavy roles will likely help her smoothly transition into the world of Tarzan. In this version, Jane would be in the thick of action rather than just a passive observer, and Johansson's skill set seems made for that. If Johansson can bring the same intensity and nuance to Jane that she's likely to bring to Jurassic World Rebirth, she could elevate the character beyond past portrayals. Alongside Cavill, this pairing could turn Tarzan into more than just a reboot. It could be a modern, thoughtful reimagining of a beloved classic for today's audience. Another exciting option for the lead female role is Saoirse Ronan as Jane. Known for her powerhouse performances in films like Lady Bird and Little Women, Ronan could bring a different, more nuanced energy to Jane's character. Her ability to portray both strength and vulnerability in emotionally complex roles might give Jane a more introspective depth, balancing out the wild, untamed nature of Tarzan with her own quiet resolve. It would be a fresh take that could really stand out. And that's that for today's video. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Your suggestions for future videos are always welcome in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay in the loop, and if you want, you can share your thoughts about this video in the comments.